I'm going to spend some time talking about the equipment that we use in the treatment center. And all the equipment that we have is to help to enhance what the product can really provide. So the product, to me, it is still the most important part as far as any hair and scalp treatment is concerned. If you have a good product, sometimes you may not even necessarily need equipment. For example, the steamer will work very well with hair mask or some scalp cream, because when you apply products on the scalp or the hair, what we want is some moist heat. So the steamer helps to soften all the cream to work better. So the equipment like a steamer, it's to really enhance what is being applied onto the hair. The next equipment that we use a lot in our treatment center is this infrared lamp. Infrared heat is very good for relaxing the muscles, relieving pain, and very good for blood circulation so that your hair is receiving the nutrients from the blood supply in the body, strengthening the roots, making sure that the hair doesn't fall out so easily, improving hair growth, preventing hair fall, and they're very safe. They can be used during pregnancy, even post-cancer patient when we have severe type of scalp irritations. Besides the infrared heat that I was showing you just now, we use this other equipment. This is called a far infrared. It's a form of infrared heat, different wavelength, and this one you cannot see light at all, but when you go nearer, you can actually feel the heat coming out from the radiation here. It has got a very soothing effect on the scalp area. This equipment actually is being used in some clinic and hospital for treating severe kind of inflammation. We find this equipment to be very, very effective. Right after the first treatment, you can feel that the scalp heals quite well and quite fast. Coming back to the infrared heat, basically it's the bulb that is emitting the infrared light. If somebody come in with psoriasis on the scalp or what we call the alopecia areata, we will then change the bulb to the ultraviolet UV light. The UV applied to the scalp area help to reduce the psoriasis conditions like the flakiness, and for the alopecia areata, we will expose the UV on the skin a little bit longer to irritate the skin, just like you go under the sun a little bit more and you get a little bit of sunburn effect. And so this is how the white blood cells will go to repair the skin rather than attacking the hair cells, so then the hair will start to go back to normal again. So that is how we use UV to treat alopecia areata. We have been using the steamer, the infrared heat, far infrared, and ultraviolet light for a long time. Lately, when I go to exhibitions, conferences, I start to look around. There are so many of these equipment, so I went back to try and do some study myself. I try and read up on laser equipment to see how do they come into the picture of helping and treating a hair loss condition. This is the low laser light treatment. They are very safe to use. I have personally tried out the equipment for at least a year or two with friends, with myself. We find out whether products, equipment, how do they work together to enhance the effect, and if there is, then I will introduce it into my treatment protocol and introduce it to my client and make it as part of our treatment process. So right now we have included this laser as part of the treatment for rather severe hair thinning condition. I find this laser kind of like give this really a push, sending more heat energy right beneath the skin, getting the blood circulation to the roots so that we can arrest the hair fall quickly, so that you can see that the hair fall is probably starting to taper off in a shorter period of time. The most difficult condition to treat is male pattern baldness, okay? Because it's genetic and it is hormonal related, any form of genetic or hormonal affected hair loss is always happening here. The circulating hormones react with the hair follicle and then they reduce the size of the hair follicle. So with the smaller size hair follicle, you can only grow a smaller hair. So this is what happened. So if you don't have a product that can actually help to neutralize blocking the hormones, then there's no way you can reverse the hair loss problem. In our range of products, some of the ingredients has been well studied and proven to be effective hormone blocker. So when you apply, it goes into the hair follicle and it forms like a little layer of protections. So with that, you kind of like blocks the circulating hormones from disturbing the hair cells. Then your hair follicle can go back to a normal size. This is how the reversal of the hair loss happen. If you don't have the right product, whatever equipment you use, it's not going to help. So the equipment come in to play the role of enhancing the effect of the products. Yeah.